This video will show you how to use text as a visual element in art. We'll learn 4 techniques: layering with words, using words as lines, using words as shapes, and color blocking. The first technique we'll focus on is layering with words. So for this one, I have my image just an outline drawn out, and I'm going to start filling in these shapes with words. And as I layer and kind of build up the words, that will help it to look darker, just like with your hatching, cross-hatching, scumbling, stippling, only now we're using words to do that. So I was using lyrics from the song Blackbird by the Beatles. And as you can see, it gets darker in some areas where there's more layered. And it's not important to necessarily be able to read the words, they're just kind of adding that other element or layer to it. Our next technique is using words as lines. So once again, I have my outline sort of drawn out, so I'm not just freehanding it when I put the words in there. And also off to the side, I have my list of things that I'm going to be pulling from, because for me that makes it easier. You're not just having to think from scratch. You have sort of a word bank, if you will, of words that you're writing down. So for this one, I just kind of chose different things that are descriptive, and I'm putting them in like the lines that would make the strands of hair, the outlines that would make up the face and the facial features and the shirt. And I did have to repeat words, of course. And that's how that looked. I did do a little erasing of my initial pencil lines for that. Our next technique is going to be using words as shapes. So like with the others, I have the outline drawn out so I can fit my word shapes inside of here. And for this one, you pretty much have to use kind of a funky font. You can't just do handwriting, because the shape of the words and the letters have to go in a certain way so that it makes it clear the shape of what we're looking at for the image. And that's how it looks before I color the letters in, but you can see it makes a whole different effect when you go ahead and color your letters in. And for the last technique, we're going to do some color blocking. So now I'm going to use a few different colors. You can use as few as 2. I just so happen to pull out 4. And I'm going to fill in these different shapes of my flower here with different colors. Now for this one, I was kind of getting tired of having to think of new things from scratch every time, so I just wrote the same phrase over and over again. There's nothing saying that you have to do all different words and that you can't repeat things. Sometimes if you're not feeling super creative in a writing way, this is a way to get around that. There I am switching to orange for the petal and green for the stem of the flower. And I also decided to do a little bit in my background just to make it look more complete and help the flower to stand out. And again, you can change up the direction. I decided to do some straight up and down, so it sort of almost looked like little raindrops. Adding text as a visual element to your artwork can be one way to add interest. Additionally, it can help you be a little more free in your work, because the words can help you let go of having things look perfect. Lastly, writing can be another form of creative expression, and incorporating it into our art can help us add other meaning to our work.